Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of ZJMotovlogs. And today, I would like to talk about the New York Cheesecake 2014 meetup. What I thought of it. Now, obviously, you guys have already seen my my little compilation that I threw together of the ride. Now, I just want to tell you a little bit of what you guys may have heard about me not being able to attend the complete ride. And to those of you who were at the ride and were kind of wondering, like, yo, where the fuck did ZJ go? And you never really found out, or you didn't know what happened, you thought I just dipped. Couldn't be further from the truth. So, basically, as most of you guys know, Miss ZJ and I came down together. She drove the car and followed, and then all the New England guys pretty much rode down together, and she drove down with our group. Well, we stayed in the city because we wanted to try and turn this kind of into a little getaway for us both. Neither one of us had ever stayed in the city, so we figured it'd be cool to stay in the city and then go to the ride and still participate in everything, but still trying to make it like a little vacation on the side. Well, the day that we had the ride, I rode out there, or we drove out there because I left my bike in DeFober's garage. So we drive out there, I grab the bike, she takes DeFober to the meetup spot, I ride over to the meetup spot with all the other guys, and once we all rolled out, Brianna took DeFober back to his house, and then she went into the city because she was gonna do a yoga class in the city. Times didn't match up right, and so she ended up just parking, and she was gonna go shopping, hit Fifth Avenue a little bit, have a little fun, have some girl time. And so she parks the car, and apparently she parked it in a spot that she shouldn't have, even though there were no signs indicating that she should not do this. And I get a call right when we get to Orange County Choppers, which was pretty much the midpoint of the ride. So we rode to Orange County Choppers, we're gonna hang out there for a little while, eat and whatnot, and then head out from there for the rest of the ride. That would take us back to Long Island where we started. Well, literally after about an hour and a half, 2 hours of riding, when we get to Orange County Choppers, I literally get off the bike, walk inside for no more than 2-3 minutes, and she calls me. And I was like, what is she calling me for? Answer the phone. She is absolutely hysterical. She's bawling her eyes out. She had gotten a boot on the car. So, obviously, I can't just leave her. Obviously, I can't just leave her there. So, I tried to calm her down, told her we're going to figure everything out. And at this point, when I look at the GPS, it's telling me that I'm 67 miles away, and with the current traffic conditions, I am an hour and 20 minutes away. So I literally told her, sit in the car, don't move, because she's like, it said that they could tow after 2 hours, the boot was put on at 10, at this point it was like 2 in the afternoon. So she's scared to death, she already knows that we're going to have to pay a shit ton of money to get the boot off. Now she's thinking that we're going to get towed, so I told her, sit in the car, do not move, and I'm going to get to you as fast as I possibly can, and everything is going to be taken care of. Just try to relax. So I hop on the bike. It says an hour and 20, I think it was like an hour and 27 minutes. Just to put it into perspective, an hour and 27 minutes, I got there in 40. Now, unfortunately, I was unaware of the fact that my GoPro was dead. I thought it wasn't dead. Right when I started, I guess it had like enough for like a minute, because I started recording thinking it would be a cool little video to put up, and started recording. I see the red light go off. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. Boom, take off. Get there, GoPro's dead. I was like, oh, hopefully it died at least like 3/4 of the way in. No, it died like a minute in. So there's nothing really for you guys to see, unfortunately. But so I get there in 40 minutes. I went 120 miles an hour the entire way there. Like, not just like most of the way, like the entire way there I was going 120. If I hit a log jam in the left, I went through cars and then I got myself to where I could continue going at the speed that I needed to. At At one point, I blew by a state trooper going 140 miles an hour. I look at my bar end, I see lights go on, and then they immediately go off. It was basically like he was like, oh, I got you. Oh, fuck. Fuck it. So I end up getting there in 40 minutes. So I get there, and at this point, I probably got there so quick they hadn't even left OCC yet. So I get there literally as the tow truck pulls up. My wife tells him, look, he just got here from upstate New York. He's gonna take me so we can pay it and we can get the boot off. Can you please not tow it yet? We really don't want to pay another $200 or however much it's gonna end up being to now pay for the tow. So he says, yes, that's fine. Run over there, pay it. I'll get the call as soon as you pay it. I'll release the boot and you guys will be good to go. I told her, grab your helmet, hop on the back, let's go. I went straight through every lane of traffic. I did not wait at a single light behind traffic. I went straight to the front of the line, light turned green, I was gone. I filtered through cops, I didn't give a shit. My bar and mirror hit some person's car, like their door or something, but let's be honest, if you have a car in New York City, much worse has happened to your car. I just kept going, I didn't give a shit. So, finally get there, I pay it, and I asked the lady when I was paying, I was like, well, I'm just curious what the reason would be for me to get a ticket and a boot, because the ticket was written at like something like 10:23 a.m. The boot was put on at 10:28. So literally, they wrote a ticket, went, grabbed the boot, and put it on. Now this car has never been in New York City, ever. Not once has this vehicle been in New York City. So it can't have prior tickets. It can't have any offenses attached to this license plate that would cause it to get a boot. Like none whatsoever. There were other cars parked where she was parked. There were no tickets, nor were there any boots on any car. So I pretty much boiled it down to, they said, oh, out-of-state license plate, they're from Mass, they're not gonna come down here to fight this. Let's just double fuck them. Let's put two fists up in that hole. So I asked the lady, I said, is there any reason why I would get a ticket and a boot for a first-time offense? She looks at me and goes, you could have got a ticket and a tow. So at this point, I'm already livid. I can't do that. I can't participate in the entire ride that I rode all the way down here to participate in. And it's all the people that she works for's fault. I mean, honestly, like, I would not sit here and say Brianna did nothing wrong if she did. There was literally no signs. We looked. There's nothing that the tow truck driver didn't give us any reason as to why she would have gotten the ticket. It didn't make any sense. So I asked her this. She said, you could have gotten a ticket and a tow. So I looked at her through her little bullshit banker teller little screen hole that you have to talk through and said, that's not what I fucking asked you. How much do you fucking need to get this boot off? She was like, it's gonna be $180. So we paid $180. And then please, can you please tell me why in the fuck do I have to pay $180 to get the boot off, and then the ticket, a fucking parking ticket, is $150? Are you fucking mad? Why is a parking ticket $150? That does not make any fucking sense. She was not blocking anything. She was not obstructing anyone's way. She was in a parking spot. So I didn't understand it. So luckily, I ride a Super Sport, and I was able to get there as quickly as I did. And if people want to give me shit about leaving to help my wife, oh, well, she couldn't handle it on her own. No, she was in the largest city in the country, one of the biggest cities in the world, which she has never driven a vehicle in, aside from that day. She is by herself with our two dogs. No way to get somewhere to pay to get the boot off. No help whatsoever. Believe me, the last thing I wanted to do was leave that ride early. But in the grand scheme of things, my wife is more important than any motorcycle ride I will ever ever go on. And I was talking to Cape about it, to Fober about it, Mark about it, because I felt bad because I wasn't able to go to the dinner that night either, because whenever I got there and we got the boot off, I said, we're putting the car in valet, it's not moving until we leave. So since I wasn't able to finish the ride, as soon as we got that all taken care of and we got the car in valet, I called up to Fober and said, hey man, what are you doing? Because I knew he was, since he's injured, he wasn't able to go on the ride. So I was like, you know, I could at least go hang out with him. I know he's probably not the happiest person right now after not being able to go on the ride. We can both kind of hang out and wallow in our sorrows. So called him. He was like, yeah man, like we're free. I'm just kind of hanging out the house. So me and her headed over there. And I mean, they didn't get back from the ride for the 2-3 hours. We hung out, played with his kids, and met his wife and hung out with them and ordered Chinese food. And then they finally showed up, and they weren't going out to dinner until like 9 o'clock. So they ended up going out to dinner at like 9 o'clock, and we were gonna go, but we only had the bike. The dogs were still at the hotel room. They needed to go out. They needed to eat. And it just wasn't the best situation. That's why I said, you know what, we'll just go home. We'll go back. And then in the morning, Mark was doing a little get-together at his house, had a little cookout. So I was like, we'll come back. Instead of going straight home, we'll bring the car. We'll pack up everything. We'll bring the car. I'll ride the bike, and we'll just go all the way back to Mark's house, and then hang out and see everybody and have a good time and make the best of whatever little bit of time we had. So I felt extremely bad because obviously there were some of my subscribers there that I'm sure wanted to talk to me, and I really wanted to talk to some of the subs that I had there and get to interact with some people, and it was just shitty timing, and I feel terrible about it, but it was just one bad thing after another, and it's pretty much just like it wasn't. No matter what I did to try and counteract the shitty things that were happening, it just wasn't going to happen. So to all you guys that I didn't get to talk to and I didn't get to interact with or say what's up, I apologize. I really do. I really wanted to speak to every single one of you guys that were there, that actually watched my channel and watched the content, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry that I wasn't able to, and I'm planning to go back down to New York, because I know the roads that they hit on the way back were apparently amazing. So one of the weekends, Brianna's at work, probably in August or maybe September. I'm gonna head down there, and even if I got to go by myself, I'm gonna ride down there. Maybe Elfado will hook up with me and we'll ride down together. But definitely want to make another trip down there. So I will let everyone know when I'm gonna be down there. So if you are somewhat local to the area, hopefully we can ride. Hopefully I can get to meet you, and hopefully we can talk and shoot the shit and whatnot. But just wanted to apologize and explain the situation so you guys didn't think that I was just an asshole and left early or anything like that, because it couldn't be further from the truth. I just had some more important things that I had to take care of. So, come on, bitch. So, that's what it is. Just wanted to get that out there for you guys. But I enjoyed every second of the ride that I actually did get to be on. I loved getting to meet the people that I did, and I hope everyone else had a great time. Glad everyone stayed safe, and can't wait to do it again. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later. Peace! Oh man, it's great. We're about to head back not too long, so.
Where are you visiting down here?
Actually, right down there on the street, our buddy.